YouTube Nation, Archie here. I had to do this video due to the fact as the year winds down. And this will be the 500th anniversary of the King Philip War. And I still need to get to Deerfield, Mass. There's a lot of personal problems coming up. Very serious problems, and still gotta get to Deerfield, Mass. Like I said, I don't know, I'm still debating if I'm done with this or not, but most likely I am not going to be done with this story. But due to the fact that I'm going through the books of the Great Powwow, and I have covered a lot of land lately. And like I said, my journey is far from done. But there have been places and new places I've found and stuff I've been getting close to finding out. But like I say, I'm probably not even done, far from done. But the only reason why I bring this up is because is how I want to bring out this book. And it was given to me from my father in his book collection, and this is a book literally and signed from Miss Clara Endicott Sears, the author of The Great Powwow and another few books that she has published, but this in her authenticity to the Indian tribes of Massachusetts and Chief Medicom, in her passion to bring the story due to the fact, like I said, she knew of someone who was either in that war or knew her aunt that was in that war, and around that time that this all happened. So, like I said, the authenticity of her story is just molded together to anything you'll read or see or hear on the internet. But to give you a little knowledge of what she did after all that book and her mission to put forth a museum monument to the great Chief Medicom and his tribes and all the other tribes that had helped them try and stop the greediness and the unkindliness of the English as soon as they knew they could take over the Indians. It's just overwhelming, and like I said, my story ain't done. I got many more places I want to visit, pay my respects, show you where the mighty Chief Medicom was, dominant. And I got to see his grave site, his throne. And it was all great moments. One of the a few great moments have happened in my life. Of course, births of my kids and so forth. But to be where he roamed, he lived, he, took upon himself to try and stop the greediness and, of course, the laws, which are no different of today. And the refugees that come into America and try and take over and are offended of our culture, just like the English was offended of the Indians and their culture. So, therefore, really, not much to say about wars these days. Especially ISIS not liking us, hating us, thinking we're disgrace to their country and blah, 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 whatever the fuck them insane fucking morons got going on in their fucking mind. Disgusting. But, no, screwing this up. I want to bring you back in time to a place where, here is her name literally written out. Clara Endicott Sears. Clara? Clara. I thought it was Sarah. But this is in Harvard, Mass. And here we have the Fruitland Museums on Prescott Street or Road in Harvard, Mass. And not too far from this site of our museum buildings, and even has the, well, actually it was stolen for a while, but and brought back to the Harvard Museum. Obviously someone stole it and didn't realize they couldn't sell it, and it ended up just got given back to the museum with no questions asked. But the original club Chief Metacom used during his war. And of course, you can only imagine what he used that for, with a ball and handle, and I will show it to you throughout this book. But like I said, ways down, there's a view of the mountain, Mount Wachusett. To me, a sacred place that the stronghold was held within the Indian Army and warriors there top of Mount Wachusett with their war dances and, taking over the mountain to show the English that they were do nothing to stop their madness. But that was, as you can see, we'll go into the book. Here's another view of it. Of course, these columns are built. I had been there once as a kid before to visit. My father brought me there. And, you can see in this picture, there's Mount Wachusett. Very nice, clear day view of the mountain. That's what you can see from this. And this place is not too far from where the first hostage was taken in the King Philip War and brought to Ontario, Canada. As you can see, is a structured house, I believe she might have lived in. A room there. I don't know why they got the table up like that, but just going to bring you through a briefness of this museum and house. Elegance, beauty is all what you see in this place. Bookshelves. Yeah, she literally, I think she lived here up until her death. I don't know when that was. More pictures of the place and the rooms and the cabinets. This is her dining room. Fireplace. I think that might have been her desk where she had written books. And so forth. And you have his bench and foyer, probably near the door, main doors. The attic. I think this is Charles Lance's room. Oh, well. Let's go through this book. Anyways, I mean, this is just only to show what she had and took upon herself to have built. Like I said, the Fruitland Museums. And I think she had a building moved here original house of sword. Oh, that's what this is, the shaker. The shaker, how they lived. A typical staircase into shaker living. I mean, not only do you see Indian stuff, but you also see the livings of Shaker village and so forth back in the 17th, 16th century. Pots and stuff how they cook and boil, and a little fire pit under there, under the pan, and staircase into the second floor. That was an adult bed. I think they had, yeah, it says there they had a mentally challenged handicap, and they had to put him in that thing, that bed there, as you see, and he had to sleep there. I mean, this book is detailed through all kinds of stuff back there. I mean, like I said, not only the Indians, Metacom stuff is established at this place, but also Shaker relics and stuff, you know. Great place to go visit. And then here's the Indian, Miss Sears' brother, maid. And this is actually on the cover of her book, The Great Powwow. And I'm telling you, when I was 5, 6 years old, I was just mesmerized of this Indian standing here towards the stars on the book. In the book, it gives a site, which in one of my videos I think I showed, but just mesmerized of this statue and sculpture. Bronze. It is made out of, as you can see, as it stands high into the Indian nation. And there we have the wigwams Indians used to live in. And you know, the Indians of the West used to use teepees. And these Indians of the East, wigwams, as you can see. But I mean, here you have artifacts. I think these are all Indian artifacts, clothing. Great place to check out if you're interested. Another side view of that statue and where it stands. More Indian culture. Clothing. Indian artifacts. Here, like I said, the first half of this book was Shaker stuff. The museum, houses they lived in. And then you get into the Indian stuff. But I wonder, this is the medicine man uniform they used to have. But, I mean, this just goes on and on. Great stuff to look at. And there it is, Metacom's Club. This was actually brought back to the museum due to the fact someone had stolen it. Obviously, they figured out that they could not get rid of it due to the who it belonged to. And of course, anybody, as you can see, there it is, Mr. King Philip's War Club. Anybody in their right mind who stole this is obviously not thinking with a full deck. But a massive blow to the head that would have been if Metacom was still alive. Still my war club. And here's an elegant picture of Miss Sears in her older age. As you can see, elegance was always brought forth in her stories, and very respectful woman, I could say, that, you know, didn't sugarcoat the story. She was on the money with this due to the fact of, yeah, the relative, her aunt told her the story as a child, but her aunt, I believe, like I said, knew someone in the war or had been in that time, and of course back in them days they shared their stories, and There she goes. Another view of the Fruitland Museum. Chinese Goodness and Mercy. There must be something else there that she put in. I mean, she was very educated. Went to Cambridge College, I believe. Came from Cambridge. I don't know if she went to Harvard or Cambridge. Very well educated, though. This is the end of the book, pretty much. Then you got the picture gallery over here. Picture gallery, and this is premises. Anyways, you get the picture of it. Thought I'd just share this book. Do that the year is winding down, like I said. And I need to get myself the Dreamer. Yeah, this is another thing. Another statue of the Fruitland Museum. And Philip S. Sears is, like I said, the brother of Mrs. Sears. And they call this the Wopin the Dreamer. And I mean, obviously, they looked upon this as the dreamer of a better future for their people to get back to a normal life before anyone came and ruined it. That's what I look at this statue, and it is a result of one of the finest Indian statues in the country made. This one is, boy, as you can see, bronze, like I said, made very well sculpted, very talented people the Sears were. And I mean, like I said, I thought I'd share this book. And if you ever wanted to visit the Fruitland Museums, it's in Harvard, Mass. Get off there, Route 2. If you got a GPS, of course, it'll bring you to Prospect Hill Road. I believe it is Prospect Hill Road, Road is what it's on. And like I said, my journey's not done. I could say my journey's not done because I found more Indian dwellings and I gotta get there. And just the other day, like I said, I was visited by another hawk. Flew right in front of my truck. So, I mean, I'm on the path of places where stuff is happening and revealing stuff. Long journey, but like I said, the problems in my life right now is getting very frustrating. Hopefully these battles I'm occurring is gonna give release soon. Other than that, I'm probably gonna be back on the street. But I won't know till a few more days and some problems I gotta, like I said, get rid of. But many more videos to come, and once I get to them, I'm gonna be putting them up. But I hope everybody enjoyed this. This is Clara Endicott Sears, author of The Great Powwow, other books, and The Lost Utopias. Yes, that's it. Very well illustrated book, as you can see. Alright, YouTube Nation, till that next video, like I said, many more to come. Bear with me. I'm through some life difficulties, but I'll get there. Like I said, one day I'm making this my full-time job. History should be known, and the Indian stories need to be told and shared. Especially with my Indian blood, I have found out a lot about. So, I guess it's in the Indian blood to tell the tales like they used to. Give the story and give it the right way, not the wrong way of bullshit, crap, rubbish writing. And until that next video, YouTube Nation, many more to come. Be safe. Take care. Out.